a couple of people in my group had this question about how do I bring my personality into my branding? How does that exactly work? So I'm going to tackle that today. I want to talk about this topic and explain it a little bit further so you have some clarity here. All right. So first things first, your personality. When I'm saying this, I'm saying that, yes, your actual personality as a brand, right? As an entrepreneur, you're the front face of your business. So the buck starts and ends with you, right? So it's all about you and the experience that you bring to your potential clients, right? So that being said, your personality is a key part of it because that is what will attract your clients to want to do business to you, with you, right? That's what's going to pull them in. So an example of that is kind of like, and I'm just going to use a school example here because you guys know that that's my background. But hold on a sec. For those of you guys who are new to the stream, my name is Renee Walker. I'm the founder of Raw Branded. I'm a brand strategist helping creative entrepreneurs to build their brand so they can stand out and attract their ideal audience, right? So if you're watching this, 9 times out of 10, you're an entrepreneur who's trying to attract clients to your business. So this topic of bringing your personality to the forefront is very important, especially if you aren't already doing so, right? So case in point, what I was saying, an example is like when you were in school, and my background is academia, right? And just, you don't even have to be in the academic field to think about this, but just pull from your experiences at any point being in school. And you had that favorite teacher. That teacher was most likely your favorite teacher because of that teacher's personality, right? It wasn't necessarily that this person was the easiest grader or this person was exactly like the smartest teacher, but most likely it's because when you were in that person's class, the experience was like mind blowing, or they were super sweet, or they just had some sort of personality that kept your butt in the seat and let you, pulled you in so that you were engaged in school. It's the same thing with your business. Or if you need a more professional analogy here so that you can wrap your head around this, think of Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean is a cleanser, right? And if you've ever seen a Mr. Clean commercial, you will see that they meaning the marketing, branding, PR folks who are heading the organization, have come up with this fictitious Mr. Clean person, right? The whole point of coming up with that is to personalize the brand, to give this brand, this object, a cleaning supply, some personality. So that's what they've done. And they've put that in the form of a bald-headed, sexy guy, right? And that is the personality of the brand. Why? Because what they're trying to do is to attract women, because they're thinking, well, women are cleaning the houses, right? That's, what they're assuming. And that they would be attracted, by this persona, this Mr. Clean person. So, the company they ran with it. And of course, you see that now on their social media, they're really tongue in cheek with it. And you may think, well, that's just a product, but that goes to show you the power of bringing your personality to your brand. And that's just an object. So you can do that yourself as a person, right? So just to give you some fair warning about how this goes wrong when you don't take the right steps to pull your personality into your branding and really do this in a strategic way. Because some people may think, well, I arrive, as long as I'm here and I'm me, then that's it. It's a done deal. And that is not the case. There's more to it than that. There's some strategy involved and some work that you have to think through here. It's not, it won't be difficult for you to do this, but it takes strategy, time, planning, and there are more pieces to the puzzle, right? Let me just give you an example. When I had a client, and I will tell you this person, I was working with this one client. I had this client who, his field, let's say, I'm trying not to get it, let's say that it was in household field. Let's say that it's more of a household field that he had, and his job, was to interact with a lot of people face to face. That's how he got a lot of his clientele. So what I did with him, and I did with my other clients that I work with, is look at business cards, because that's the way in which he was able to connect with clients, potential clients, and do his work. hand over a business card. So what I did with him and others is tell them to give me your business card, because I'm going to look at it, I'm going to analyze it, give you feedback on how you can strengthen the visual branding of your business card and the message that you're conveying from it. So we did that, and when he handed over his business card, to my surprise, the card had an images of it was images of two women who were in a very sexy pose, doing the household work, right? Doing the cleaning work that he does as his profession. So I had to, of course, pull him aside and just say, what is your audience? I had to pull him aside and say, what is your audience? Who is your audience? Who are the folks you're trying to connect with? Because from this visual, this image, it's not quite connecting there. I don't know who you're trying to target. And that's an example of not using your personality in the right way. In his case, his justification was that he was being himself. This is me. I'm putting my personality into my branding so I can stand out. And I had to tell him, while that's a novel attempt, in this situation where your audience isn't exactly, this folks, these are probably, homey people who are looking for your services, there's going to be a disconnect there. There definitely will be a disconnect, because they're not going to get, they most likely won't be in on the joke. And if your audience, which it is women as well, some women may not think it's funny. So just thinking through, will my audience be in on the joke? Is this something that makes sense for my business? Yes, it's my personality, but am I using it in the right way? Right? It doesn't mean that you have to be boring. Don't be boring, but it's just be smart about how you're bringing your personality into your branding. All right. So yes, you do need to have an attractive personality, something that is magnetizing your audience, and every one of us have it. So don't think, well, I have nothing special about me, I am boring. That's not the case. Everybody has something unique about them, some unique qualities that they just need to pull out, right? Unique stories, unique way in which you do your business, that you need to just tease that out and bring to your branding, right? Once you do that, you're pretty much, you can do so much more with this. It turns out in your visuals, turns out in your messaging, it bubbles up everywhere, right? So it's just a matter of correctly identifying what that is and then executing it in a smart way in your branding, all right? Don't let it go wrong, okay? If you are still stuck here, you're still stuck and you're trying to figure out, how do I bring more of me into my business? How do I attract an audience who is right for me and my personality? How do I bring that out so that they're paying attention to me? I want clients. How do I do this? Do book a call with me. My link is below. I want to chit chat with you a little bit further to get some sense of where you're going, what you're doing, and we'll work to make sure you're achieving your goals. All right? Leave your questions below, and I will see you next time. Bye.